Stars it. Stars it. So we'll see how this is going. Yeah, I've been having a little bit of trouble. I've done it again. A little bit of trouble with the audio, so I'm using the Razer webcam at the minute just to do the streaming and the audio. Got that thinking it did have a good review, and the audio was supposed to be pretty clear for the money, being a webcam. So, well, it sort of kills two birds with one stone, as they say. But obviously that's not the case, and I think maybe an actual dedicated mic might be the best thing to get. Yeah, I've been having a lot of the stuff like the Blue Yeti, which looks pretty good. But then there's been issues with the newer one being different hardware to the older one, this that, and the other. So yeah, so I can't win at the minute. Or I'll go for the Razer and just sort of keep the Razer webcam, Razer microphone, that sort of stuff maybe. But there's just a lot of money. I suppose everything's a lot of money, isn't it now? But you're probably looking about £100 ish for the mic on sale from £150. So yeah, so I just need to start investing, I think, a little bit. But it'd be nice to if I ever got sponsored, but I can't see that ever happening at the minute. But you never know. One day, channel's definitely getting there. Definitely building the channel up. So the last 8 days we've had a good number. So people tuning into the streams, comments, that sort of stuff. We've had a bit of a peak really. Another over 500 subscribers, which is nice in the past 8 days, which is crazy. So I thought they got the numbers wrong when I was refreshing it. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. It's do put a lot of time into keeping the channel going. It's been a few times I've almost given up. But we'll keep going for now. I do enjoy it. It's yeah, good just to share sort of thoughts on games, maps and sort of stuff. Try different games. So sort of God of War, that's a game I'd never ever look at. It was just a recommendation, and did a bit of a poll, and that actually came out on top. And it seems to be quite a good boost for the channel, which is nice. And yeah, so it was a good surprise, that one. As I said, I'd never think about playing that game, and it's actually a lot better than I thought it would have been. So yeah, it seems to get straight into the action, which is good. So, but yeah, back onto. God, I'm not doing. It takes me a minute to warm up. I think the problem is I just jump straight into live streams without playing the game, so I just need a minute just to get in the flow, as they say. So do the stretches. So it usually takes 5 minutes, and then we're all right. So we persevere through it, and that's much appreciated. Yeah, so the big question is sort of Session versus Skater XL, really. That's the one I seem to get very difficult. Started playing Skater XL first on Alpha, back on the old prison map, and then the release came out. So I was playing, yeah, pretty much Skater XL from pretty much day one, having sort of the early access to it, which was pretty nice. It feels really, coming from sort of Skate 3, it was sort of the nice easy transition of, it was just added that extra stick in to sort of flip, so it's sort of just building on the Skate 3, but it's got the same same sort of vibe, smoothness, animations, that sort of stuff. So like for like, it is definitely a good game to pick up. It's only sort of when you start getting a bit more into it and you started on the console version, it is a little bit floaty, a little bit frustrating on some of the maps. So some of the maps are a little bit small. So stuff like run through the list here. So for example, the community map. Yeah, so you've got stuff like, let's go down. So the downtown's alright, courthouse is fine, California skate park seems a little bit small, Woodland's good. Trying to pick the good example from here, to be honest. Probably this map here, the skate plaza. So a little bit floaty, so it's quite difficult to actually get on some of the hubbers and rails because you end up popping over it or shooting too far, and then you can't. There's not enough time then to set up the next trick, so you end up going sort of 1 mile an hour just to make the map work. So a little bit frustrating. So from a console point, I'd probably say it's worth getting, but I'd probably recommend playing Session on console if you had the choice. Session just seems to be the one which has a bit more input from the devs, as in it's got the stats, so you can change your speed, your gravity, push force, so you can have like your high ollies a little bit higher, as they say, or lower, just to make it a bit more realistic. So yeah, you can pretty much change all the gravity on it, and you can have it pretty much. The default's alright, but it is a little bit floaty. But the only thing I do notice is, when I've been playing back on Skater XL, I never noticed, to be honest, the actual input's a little bit slow on Session. So you go for an ollie, and it feels like it could just be my controller, but it definitely feels like there's a second, or even half a second delay. So it feels like you do the input and then it happens on screen, but I think unless you notice it, then I've probably put a 1,000 hours into it and I've never noticed it until I've jumped back onto Skater XL properly and then jump back onto Session, so that you sort of realise actually it's a little bit delayed, and then Session's pretty much, I'm jumping now, so you can see sort of the inputs, and it's pretty, probably see it on there, it's pretty, the second, sorry, going the wrong way, but the second I do it on the screen, it's pretty solid, to be honest. So pretty much talking instant reaction time from Skater XL, so which is good. So that's why I'm sort of getting from with the Skate 3 feel. Skate 3's always been really smooth, sort of flicks, getting onto sort of blunt grinds, so it's very similar to how Skater XL plays. Just Session's a little bit, wouldn't say it's robotic. They've definitely improved the game, because at first it's bloody difficult. So it's when I first started the game, I think that was on alpha as well. It's sort of that early development, and it's so difficult to get on rails and just kickflip. Everything just felt a little bit clunky. So Skater XL, even on the alpha, felt super smooth. And I think it's just the coding. It's just a different game. I think probably where one's sort of more arcadey, like I'm on now. And Session is probably, as it says in the title, it's more of a skate sim. So whether it's more realistic to how you'd skate in real life, where you're a little bit slower to react and a little bit heavier, maybe. So just a different game, but 2 seconds. There we go, so I'm back on. Sorry guys. Yeah, so Skater XL is good. I think it's definitely better on PC. as everyone knows, it's been a little bit of a frustration in the community with trying to get the mods in, trying to get the devs to actually start implementing some of the stats, that sort of stuff. A little bit last year, they had all the trailers for the big update for Skater XL, which was probably around dark slides, grabs, wall rides, a bit more customization. There's no mention of stats, but it looks like the dev from Skater XL originally is sort of creating his own game. I did see a bit of a trailer for it, but I'm not sure. It sort of looks like a bit of a, I'm trying to think what the game is, the free skate game, the one with your fingers, sort of a bit of a simulator that way. So it's more of a mobile game, but I'm completely wrong. So not sure. But yeah, so whether stats come in or not, or we have to wait for another game. But it's easy enough modding Skater XL anyway, so it literally just takes mod.io account, the Unity download manager, and then it's just a matter of downloading the mods, and they sort of take 30 seconds to download, sort of depending on your internet speeds. But everything's available, all the guides are out there. But it just means, because I've come from console back onto PC, you sort of end up having to double up and starting again effectively, and then getting all the DLCs if you want them. So yeah, so I'll probably say session on PC skates the same as on console, so I definitely recommend that. It's just a shame. I think it's a little bit disappointing when Skater XL comes out and it's full price, and you look on the store and it's sort of £35, £40 sort of thing. And then they've sort of brought the game out, and it's just completely, been a little bit unsupported. So yeah, so it's a little bit disheartening. You put all the hours into it and expect everything, and sessions just sort of come along and taking that lead a little bit. Sort of what everything everyone's asked for. The only thing people sort of complaining with skate on their session is basically it's just all the DLCs paid. So you're probably paying like $9.99 for the DLC for like the mall map, but if you go onto CD keys, they're about $3.99 anyway. So it's not a whole lot of money. So you can get both DLCs on there. So you can get the water park with Chris Cole for $3.99 and the mall for $3.99. So it's a good price really. Keep moving maps. So if anyone wants to shout out a map, just let me know and I'll just keep moving along the maps. As you say, see if the audio's working. I think the audio's working, which is good. So keep powering through. So I can do a bit of Call of Duty if you want, or you can get onto God of War Part 5. So if that's an option, I'm happy to play whatever. Skater XL just seems to be the default, 'cause it's so easy just to load up and you're straight into the game. It's a bit of a crazy alley-oop. I'll have a look on the replay. I sort of got a bit of a speed glitch there. We've gone for that alley-oop. A bit crazy. But yeah, the good thing is all the maps as well. I'll put the video up. It's basically, you can go on literally straight away. So as soon as you've got Skater XL, go onto mod.io, create an account, and then you can literally just download all the maps. So if you're downloading maps, you actually don't need Unity Manager, so you're not sort of changing any of the folders or adding new folders. You just add into existing map folders, which is good to know. So you don't have to worry about any folders changing, etc. It's basically just the default mod folder. So I think it's on C drive. Go to Steam Games, you should see the Skater XL folder, and all you're doing then is extracting that file into the map folder. And if there's gear, you can put all the gear in as well, any gear folders, so you can get all the clothing, that sort of stuff. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of stuff. There's enough, but there's nothing. Not really much official stuff. If that makes sense. So I'm not really a massive fan of fake gear. as it is. So I tend to just stick with sort of the default clothing. I'm not really too bothered. But it's in there for people want to mess about. So if anyone wants to look at any stats, so for example, we're going to Alt K. So if you can see that there, so just let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want any help with any mods or maps or trick requests, but basically you start off on the default 7. I think it's a 775 that you start on. So you can download the Deck XL mod, copy that across on Unity Manager. You can basically pick whatever deck you want, deck size. You can also go into deck shape as well. So if you wanted the sort of the Andy Anderson deck with sort of the squared nose and tail and the bit of concave, or you can go into pretty much. I just keep it on the. Let's have a look. I think keep it on the elephant deck. Yeah, it's just a bit of an old school style deck. And then on top of that, you can then pick what wheel size you want. So you can change all your wheel sizes, wheel depth, shapes. You can change cruiser wheels, lock-ins, default. I think I just have the Bones wheels because they're just pretty standard looking wheels. So sorry, I've not even had the chat open. Apologies, guys. So basically, I'm playing on PC at the minute. So I've just seen that comment. Sorry. So I play on PC on the streams, and then some of the clips are actually, like all my session clips are pretty much on console. So as I was saying, session on console so easy, especially on Xbox. You can literally just take the screenshot, do the video record, get it onto your phone, download it, and then just upload it onto YouTube. So it couldn't be easier. It's actually easier on Xbox than it is on PC. So there's no sort of messing about on having to like edit videos. So all my videos are quite, I'd probably say quite basic, but I find they just seem to do better than the edited ones. So I could spend like 5 minutes on a video and get more traction than when I've spent like an hour editing a video. So I'm not sure how YouTube works, but it's yeah, a bit crazy. So plans for today, no plans. Well, saying that, took the lad out, took the dog out, and now I'm just playing. What, he's having a quick sleep, so I'll get some streaming in, and then when he's up, it'll be back to the house, back to making lunches, that sort of stuff, sorting the house. So nothing really. It's not a lot, but yeah, I do recommend the Xbox session though. It's definitely easier if you want to start doing clips anyway. It's just so easy. It's literally straight onto your phone. It just couldn't be easier. It's the same as Skater XL. I think how the Xbox do it, it's so easy just to go onto the Xbox app, get clips. So yeah. Oh, got all the mods, got all the graphic mods as well, so you can basically go into your basic presets, go into the settings, and then you can change all the shadows, that sort of stuff, field of view, so you can basically just mess about. Some people prefer that. I used to, but I've sort of couldn't really skate on Skate 3. Skate 1 was quite bad because it was quite too close. I've always preferred it like a bit further away, but I've sort of now got a bit more into the over the shoulder look. I don't know if it just looks a bit more realistic, so I'll put that back. Yes, you can basically change that however you want. So you can change all the lenses. I think there are, once you start going into stuff, you can start messing about with other stuff. Film grain, I'm not a big fan of. You can change all the tones. Does that look better? I'm not sure. Some of the modded maps probably look a bit worse. Maybe it looks a bit brighter. And you can turn all your white balance on, off, that sort of stuff. So we'll close that off. And then if you go into like your F7, that's when your mod screen comes on then. So all sort of the gravity mods, pretty much all your catches, pop heights, force, pop delays, inputs, gravity. So I usually have that I think the default's around 9, so the default gravity is around -9. So I usually just sort of put the -13 on, so you can, maybe it's a little bit too low. I can just about 360 flip with it. Yeah, just about. I was running around 14 and it was difficult, apart from nollie trays, that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it's -13.5. Just gives that fine balance of, I can actually land tricks, but it still looks alright. So it's the only thing with this deck is it's got that old school feel. If I'm the wrong way, you can tell when you nollie, so you end up just doing sort of just little shove it sort of. So if you do like a bit of a varial flip or do a bit of a pop shove it out, you just sort of have to correct it then and do a shove it back out. But yeah, so you can advance pops up, but I just keep it, let's have a look, keep that off. Catches, you can have all your catch correction, catch mode, so you can have all your manual catch. I find it a little bit, I think the manual catch on session is fine, but Skater XL, put it onto realistic, it'll just keep, I've not mastered it yet basically after how many years, but I can just about do it. But it just adds an extra layer of pain. It probably does look a bit more realistic, but I think you can have it so you can click the bumpers in, or you can just put it on the direction the board's spinning just to counteract it a little bit. So you just pop it up or down just to catch it, so you can catch it with your front foot or back foot. So if you try a tray flip, you can get the spin, that'd be nice. Yes, that's overspan. That's the only thing I don't like with the manual catches. Right, there we go. So I think it probably does look a bit better, doesn't it, once you can master it, but for the streaming, I just prefer to have a look. Yeah, I just prefer, let's have a look. There we go. So it does look a little bit more realistic, I suppose. 1 second. Let's try that again. Sorry, guys. I might get back into this realistic catch, but it just adds a little bit of pain onto it. But the said session seems to work pretty well, but I've not really explored it too much on Skater XL. So, but yeah, so you can add all that. Keep it on for now, just as a bit of a challenge. But it might just look like I'm not very good at the game, but yeah, it's easy enough once you get used to where the deck's going, I suppose. So you can change stomp forces, that sort of stuff. You can change all your grab mode. I don't really use grabs too much. Grind, you can change all your grind speed pops. You can change stuff like when you're manual in. It's a bad example. So when you're manual in, let's have a look. So get into manual, and then you get that little pop out. So if you press the bumper down, it just gives you that little bit of a pop on the end. You can see there. So you set to ollie and actually pop out. You can just do like an auto pop, should I say? So a little bit more realistic. You can change all your manuals, speed, so you can change all your trucks. So you can have it, or you lose trucks, that sort of stuff. Which looks pretty cool. A bit like day one sort of thing. So yeah, you can change everything on that. Change your power slides. I've not really got into power slides too much, but I know you can change it so you can bend your legs more, your knees and yeah. But I've not really explored it. You can change all the speeds, but it's one thing I don't really use on the game too much. Slow motion, bails. We'll try that whilst we're live, because I can't say I've tried that before. So if we just do a bail, okay, I wanted to bail then one time, I don't, and again, okay, we'll try. We'll get a bail in a minute. If I just go like that, okay, it's on manual catch. Okay, so it's a bit of a slow motion slide then, isn't it? A little bit. So if we go into this rail, if we can reach. So let's get, if we can go down here, bail. Maybe it's just a bit of a, yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'll give that one a miss. Maybe people like it for the montages, the videos, but it's not, yeah, not something I'm too bothered with. So, to be honest, the manual catch isn't too bad, even though I'm missing a few bits. But hippie, ollies off. You can normally press the buttons in to do the hippie jumps, but I'm not sure. Flips off the pop, reverts, shove, leg fix. So it doesn't sort. I think that's still not working too much. Grab customizer stance. So I usually have all sort of the stees on this. So basically stuff like just looking laid back and just everything's a bit more fluid. So sort of like you look like you're going to fall asleep whilst you're skating, sort of thing, but it just looks a little bit better. So I'll change the map now on the plaza for a little bit. Okay, we'll try this. I'll change the graphics back, because looking at that, it's a little bit. Correction on flips. Ollie. Change that off. I'll turn the graphics off again, move that over there. And then I think it was the tone mapping, wasn't it? Looks a little bit. Tone mapping. Neutral. So you can mess about with everything. Neutral, a bit darker. Don't know if it looks a bit washy, that, so I'll just keep it as it. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. It's probably a bit better for the stream, isn't it? Maybe. So. Two seconds. I'll load up this so I can just check the chats. So I keep missing the chats, sorry guys. So if I put live chat on, so 2 seconds. See if that works. I'll load up this so I can just check the chats. So I keep missing the chats, sorry guys. So if I put live chat on, yeah, it's all wrong. Keep going now. I think the manual catch is still on, yeah. So I'm just gonna have to get used to it, I think. Probably doesn't seem too bad. You just sort of push up on the stick and it seems to just catch it. So on session, it works a little bit different where you have to actually, so if you're doing a kickflip, you'd have to sort of counter the kickflip to stop it. So if I was kickflipping left, I'd have to push the stick right to sort of catch it. On Skater XL on this, it just feels like you just pull basically just putting the trigger in either forwards or backwards to catch it with your front or back foot. So it's probably a bit better in session actually, because a bit more realistic. It's a bit easier on this game. Yeah, so the manual catch is a bit more realistic on session, but easier on Skater XL. Let's have a look. There we go. So if anyone's got any trick quests, maps you want to see, I can download some more maps, or I can show you how to download the maps. So if anyone's interested in looking at actually how to download the maps, just let me know and I can show you an example. It literally takes not even 30 seconds to get the maps. So what I was thinking is doing a bit of a review on some of the maps. So for example, this map I'm on now is Everton Plaza, so I'd definitely recommend this one to download. It seems to have quite a lot in it. I usually prefer skating indoors, like ramps, that sort of stuff, like the Tampa maps, but I actually quite like this map. It seems to have a good mix of like manual pads, gaps, so it's definitely enough to sort of do on here. So it's not the biggest map, but it's definitely good. Get some coffee down me. Yeah, so you've got this little sort of gap here, so you can skate sort of from this end, so everything just sort of flows nice. Said it's not massive, but it just works. So sometimes find there's a bit of a balance where the maps are either too big, there's too much going on but nothing flows, or there's nothing actually in the map apart from maybe a ramp or a random rail somewhere. Well, it's definitely that's what I'm gonna have to practice. Manual catch into those manuals. Okay. Just go down here. Turn that off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I need to do a bit of but yeah, this has definitely got a good mix of everything, to be honest. So forget the shove it, there we go. And we'll try and get on. I've missed it. Yeah, so it's got a good mix. I definitely recommend downloading it, even just as a bit of a warm-up map, or if you just want to try things like stalls, etc. on there. It's got all the manual pads, it's got that massive rail to the side. Okay, we'll try and get a Smith on here. No grind. Wind up there. Try and get a. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but yeah, it's got this massive rail here basically, so you can sort of do a bit of a line down this route, so you can do whatever you want. Get on the sort of nose grind. But yeah, if anyone's watching and you want me to show you how to download maps, just let me know. Literally takes 30 seconds, so I'm happy to do that. So we're sort of on there. If I can pop back out, there we go. Yeah, so I can download some maps, or I can show you some other maps. I've got the Cave Run map. It's pretty good. But definitely, yeah, this just seems to be one of them go-to maps. Really, you should really get this in the base game, because it's sort of yeah, it'd be good first map this for people to start on. Yeah, I seem to just be playing Skater XL a bit more at the minute. So, I don't know, session, I've played hundreds and hundreds of hours. Absolutely love session, but going back onto it after playing Skater XL again, just finding the faults a little bit like the input delays, a little bit more static, but it's preference. I think Session's always going to be the favourite, as in it's the proper skate sim. And you look at some of the videos, and it does look realistic. It's the only videos you sort of get where people actually think it's actually real, sort of thing, and you have to sort of argue to say it's a game. It's not real because you think but it's it's good. If anyone wants to see anything, just shout out. I have got the comments open, so I can have a look at some of the maps in a minute. So let's have a look. So we'll load that up, can't we? See. Get onto live. There we go. Yeah, so this is quite a good map. It's definitely quite hard to skate though with the stats. Might just be my stats, but I find that first jump quite difficult. So once you're over that, it seems to be alright. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend downloading it. So just shout out if anyone needs help with maps. I can help, or I can show you an example now live if anyone wants to have a look. So just shout out if you've got any questions, whether it's other games, anything to do with the channel, or if you're wanting to sort of start yourself on videos, just shout out and I can help. Because it is good YouTube and it's a good community, which is good, and it's good to get feedback on videos and other channels. So it's good to see the same people popping up. And then I've had messages of people saying they've started their own channels because they've been watching my channel, which is good. So it makes you feel like you're valued in the community a little bit, so which is nice. And it's good to see people doing well out of it. I think it's one of those YouTube where if you look at it as in you want it full time, then you'll just keep chasing it forever. I think you just have to sit back and just enjoy playing games or whatever content you're making, and then just see, just enjoy it. Because I think I've gone through sort of periods where you're sort of making endless videos and it does get a bit tiring, and then you start looking too much into it. And I think if you just enjoy it, then you start sort of getting the benefits a bit out of it, and it's nice when it's unexpected. Then your channel starts growing and you get comments and doing the streams, getting people viewing, dialing into streams and everything. So it's definitely worth it. But it's always hard at the beginning. I think the hardest bit is when you first start and then you think, oh, I've got no views on the videos, or no one's dialing into the stream or asking questions. But that's just the hardest bit to get through. But even if you just sit talking to yourself, it's absolutely fine. And people, it does help people. And then you start building it up, and there's a good community really on YouTube, especially on sort of the Skate XL and Session games. So it's definitely good following. People are there to help each other, which is good. So I'd always recommend people starting. As I said, if you were playing Xbox, it's so easy just to get clips going. You can literally just download your clips, get straight onto the app, download it, and then get submitting some clips. And it's easy enough. So I'll come off this map now. It's not everyone's favourite map, but it's alright just to warm up on. As I said, it's difficult with my stats just to get over everything. So District 1 has music, so I won't be going on to that one because I'll just get copyrighted like usual. So SLS Hangar Skate Out, that's got music again, so another copyright. So you just have to bit of hit and miss on some of the maps, but they all skate well, but it's just some of the music's gets the copyright sometimes. So back onto that map. Applewood. So the Applewood night map is a little bit temperamental, so you get the weird glitch for some reason. So I have checked the comments and it's not just me, so it looks a little bit maybe it's just conflicting with the game. So I probably do need to get a few new maps. So whilst people are on, I'll show you now actually quick whilst everyone's on. So basically, so if I quit the game, let's have a look. Okay, so if we quit the game, then you go on, basically you can see the screen now, so you go onto mod.io, and then you should get some options, so stuff like all the gear, etc. So you can download all closed decks, that sort of stuff. I've not downloaded a whole lot at the minute, so I'm just happy with what I've got. Some of this stuff looks good. I've got like the Halloween grip tape, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's absolutely all sorts of stuff. All the stuff under script, you need the Unity manager, which is this thing, so mod manager. So that's where you download this, and then you just have to drag all the mods in. But I can do another video on setting that up. But purely, if we just look at the maps, so what you can do is, if there's any maps you want, so we'll just have a bit of a flick through. If anyone wants to shout out, just shout out. I'm not sure. So for example, Skate Plaza, so another map up there, so that's got a good review, which is good. So basically download the file, so you can see there, usually pretty quick to be honest, because it's just a map. So let's have a look. So this is as quick as it is really for the maps, so I'll show you in a second. So once that's done, it should pop up. If we go into downloads, there we go. So you go into the folder, that then opens up the folder there, and then what you do then is extract all, and then basically go through all your folders, get onto your maps, Skater XL map, select folder, extract the map in there, and then we'll close that down. And then what we'll do is we'll have a look for we'll have a look for Skater XL again. I've got it on the shortcuts here. I've not got a lot of games at the minute, but get on the shortcuts, and then let's see if it works. So let's have a look. So loaded it back up again. So see if it does it. So you close all that off. So, and then what you do is just go across onto community maps, then keep going down. Keep going. Sometimes they put them in the bottom. Oh, there we go. So that is literally the map we've literally just downloaded there. So let's that up. So it could be easier. So there it is. So that was literally that, looking at the stream, probably 30 seconds or so. As fast as it downloads, then you're pretty much good to go. So yeah, so straight away new map, which is good. So I'm happy to review maps, just let people know the ones I'd recommend. I suppose all the maps are good, to be fair, and people should get the credit because they've obviously spent a lot of time doing the maps, and it's good people are generating the maps, and some people are doing it for the first time, and there might be a comment to say first time or second map, and there's feedback. So if there's any glitches, they do tend to iron them out a little bit, as you say, or update the maps. So but for the most part, most of the maps have been good. So this looks pretty yeah, quite a good map. They're probably based off real maps, but I'm not aware, being from the UK, I'm not aware of all the maps. So there's probably a lot of maps people watching are probably up the road from them, sort of thing, or it's a map they've seen on Instagram or YouTube or wherever they're looking. I don't tend to see a lot of it. But yeah, so that's another map. So we can do another one in a minute. Yeah, keep doing that. Yeah, it's as easy as that, to be honest. So the Skater XL maps on console, some are alright, but it'd be good to get some new maps. Hopefully we'll get a bit more info on the updates this year, because I'm not sure where they're at with the updates, but it'd be good to get that visibility from Easy Day, but when that is, I can't tell you at the minute. Okay, it's the only thing, you get that bit of a weird glitch, but that's nothing to do with the mod, that's just part of the game. Just get that on console as well, where it goes a little bit crazy. Try and get one line and then we'll look at some other maps then, can't we? Actually, and anyone wants any map requests or has any ideas or ones you've played and you want to share with everyone, just shout out. There's probably a lot of maps I've not looked at. You sort of do that quick filter, but tend to get the maps everyone has either downloaded or the base maps which everyone downloads, so they tend to be at the top of the list. Okay. So I'm on manual catch, so if it looks like I'm struggling a little bit, just it's me. So said it is easier than Skater XL, but if anything, if we get, because on session, sort of the catch, how they do the catch is a little bit more, like I was saying before, if you do a kick flip, you'd catch it the other way, so you'd go into like a heel flip to then catch the board, but on this one, it seems to be you just press whatever button. You either just go forward to catch with your front foot, sort of, or backwards. Or, looking at that, it doesn't even matter which stick you use, so I could actually just go like, yeah, I could catch it like that, if you're looking at the controller. So I just press up on it, it just seems to be the easiest thing. It's just remembering to do it. I think you get so used to using sort of controls you're used to, and it's quite difficult then just to swap between the two games. So got some more maps. So I'm going to try that again. We'll have a look at some other maps, can't we? So let's have a look through here. So if we go back on that one, so I've got some of those. I'm not sure on all these maps. It's quite cool with the stairs. It's hard off the pictures to know what to download. It's probably end up downloading most of them, but it's just, I just rather download ones I know I'll skate, and then that looks a bit like the District 1, so it's a bit true skate map. So South Banks in London, so that's on my end of the pond. So that's less Hangers, that's the good one I play on quite a bit. Okay, so that is Barcelona, isn't it? Yeah. So it'll probably have the hoppers there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Whether there's a lot on the map or not. Some of the realistic ones tend to just be quite minimal, so you might just get a big open area. There might just be one stair set, which is known for some of the videos or tricks, etc. So it's difficult to, yes, you can say download quite a lot of stuff. There's some of the smaller maps tend to be a bit more condensed, with a bit more in BC Plaza. See, I don't know if this appeals to me or not. Maybe it's just how it looks with the graphics. You can give it a go, but it just doesn't. Yeah, it's hard to get to gauge how it'll play out when you download it. Ollie map. But that's obviously more of a real live park, isn't it? That's that one I've downloaded. That's a good one for the warming up, which is nice. What I've got with that one as well, I believe. Sure, I have. I could be wrong. It's very similar to that last one. I think, yeah, it is the last one we just downloaded, isn't it? At night time. Looks a lot of ramps in that one, which I don't think would work with the mod so well. Many ramps. So these are some of the base maps, aren't they? It's quite difficult making maps. I think the devs probably difficult to put some official maps out because you think people's expectations are so high, and it's trying to get a balance, isn't it, of what people want to see. Industrial zone there. Bedroom remastered. Beach, we could give that a go. Not had a lot of downloads, but stop. Suppose that's what makes you download it, isn't it? Looking at all the pictures and build heights. Difficult as well knowing what's got music on it, that sort of stuff. I've been hit a few times with copyright claims, and it's just literally speakers on a map, which is just causing a bit of pain. So it might just be 10 seconds of the video or that section. It just plays the whole video, so it's a little bit difficult to understand what's got copyright on without free skating it, sort of thing. But as you can see, there's loads and loads of maps, so it never ending. So definitely keep you busy. Said you could just keep downloading. That's pretty cool. And you can filter it between parks or street, that sort of stuff. So you can sort of pick whatever you want, really. I never know, I just like a bit of a mix of, there's enough street and it flows nice, so got that one already. District 1 we've got, which is good. to the top, highest rated, we'll just see most popular and just see what comes. As you see, that's all the base games because they're the ones everyone jumps on at first, so they're usually top of the list. So try that one again, can't we? So I can see. Paper ground. Looks like there's a bit of a mash up there, different maps. So yes, there's a bit of a mash up there, different maps, I think. Pretty cool. It's Managers Park. I'm not sure. That looks pretty similar to Skate 3, doesn't it? We'll do some skating in a minute, sorry. Just have a look for maps, it just seems to keep refreshing and I'll keep losing spots. It's pretty cool, this looks pretty cool. This looks good, so we'll try this one. This one keeps popping up, so you just download the map. Easy as that. Does depend on the size, but some say a little bit. So open the file, extract, browse, get onto the maps, select, extract. We'll then close Skater XL down, close the folders down, and then we'll open the game back up. And hopefully do that, and then we should be good to go. So sorry that took a while, just trying to pick which map to get. Works. Does take a second sometimes when it's modded. Or crashes. You can get the odd crash when everything's like loading up. So we're on now. Perfect. I've got manual patch on, so I do need to remember that. So a bit of a warm up before. There we go. Okay, warmed up enough. So let's have a look. So the map we've just downloaded now should be this one, which is good. So perfect. So straight on. This looks like Skate. Is this? Yeah. This is the Skate 1 map, isn't it? No way. That's a good download. Should have downloaded this one earlier, but you don't know until you start looking. Yes, that's a nice addition. Nice surprise to the day, which is good. Hopefully it skates alright, so we'll see. So this is normally where you do the tutorial and Skate 1 on the first one, and I think you have to sort of do the kick flips and then do the grind and then do the follow around the park sort of stuff, unless I'm absolutely wrong. Let's see if this works. It's really bad. So difficult to, there we go. Should probably say what I'm trying to do first, and that might help. Quite hard once you mod it. Yeah, once you mod it, it's absolutely bailed on that one. Can't get over that, but we'll go down it. Okay, we'll get that. Yeah, so let's explore this map. So yeah, absolutely didn't realise this was on here. I always thought there'd just be some license issues in some of the maps in, but yeah, quite nice actually. So we'll be able to skate some of this, can't we? See how it skates. Yeah, a bit of a throwback. For people wanting to know, this map is, I'll just show you now on here. So it's this map here on Mod.io. So it's basically a bit of a Skate 1 remake. So literally just download it, extract it, and then you're good to go, which is good. So yeah, a bit of a throwback, which is nice. So if anyone's got any questions or wants to see anything, just let me know. Or if you want to see any how to install anything, just let me know. If there's any maps, just shout out. Any trick requests, any subjects, any questions, whether it's starting off on YouTube, that sort of stuff, or how to upload videos, or what content to do, or thoughts on games, just shout out. Hopefully I can help. That's a little bit sketchy. Take that down there now so it's not interfering with it. I've not been on Skate 1 for absolutely ages. Still play Skate 3 now and then. Still good to jump on. It is surprising how similar it is. I don't think we'd make it over that gap, would we? Or would we? Probably have to somehow hop over here if it doesn't crash. Okay, almost there. I reckon it'd be quite difficult, this. Don't think I can. No, I can't do that. Keep trying it. Oh, it's glitching a little bit. I think that's just the map, isn't it? So keep going. Yeah, there's no chance unless I start messing with the stats. There's absolutely no chance of that. So I won't embarrass myself just yet. Shows how easy it probably was on Skate 1 back in the day, but you'd be able to easily pop onto that, but if we get past this, no we can't. Yeah, I remember this as well, trying to manual and over onto that one thing. Yeah, I do remember it, but it was a long time ago. Close. Get there. Not be this difficult, can it? I think because I put it on manual catch, I'm focusing that much on actually landing the trick. I'm not looking ahead at the next trick. So. Okay, let's try it again. Manuals don't help, but let's see if we can do that. I suppose I can probably land that. getting there. Try the nose manual next. Nope. There we go. Let's get this little section, can't we? Probably just do something like that. That'll work. A little bit. Needs a bit of wax on it, I think. Yeah, so it does skate alright. Make it just about. Get down here. Quite a steep rail that. I do remember these maps now. You can get on there, but see if we can get a line or something. Try and get a big spin. Switch truck. That was nice. Get a front side flip over. Let's try it again. Bit of a 5-0 in. No stall-ish. Get that? No. Lost all the speed now. Doesn't matter. If anyone wants any map requests, just shout out. I want to keep changing maps so I can download maps. So I'll just show you what we're on now. So the map we're on now is here on Mod.io. So you can literally just download it, and it's the seems to be Skate 1 map, which is pretty, yeah, quite nice. So at least I can keep moving on. So just shout out if you want to see anything. It seems quite a good map so far. So just shout out if you want another one, and I'll just keep rotating around, or I can download other maps if you want to see more maps or how to download maps. So just shout out in the comments. It literally takes 30 seconds to do, so I've downloaded a couple of maps so far today. We have changed it to manual catch again, so if you think I'm doing bad, just let me know. Put it back to auto catch. But doing alright at the minute. Said it's just difficult on some of the manuals, just probably overthinking it a little bit, but instead of looking forward. But yeah, so if anyone's got questions, just shout out. If it's anything to do with Session, Skater XL, any games, or even just how to get into YouTube or download videos, that sort of stuff, just shout out, because it's a good community, as I was saying before. And if I can help anyone, then At least that gets someone else on the go trying to stream or trying to make videos. As I said, I definitely look at it more as something to enjoy, because I think once you start looking at the numbers too much, you can get hung up on it a little bit. Try and get over there. See if this works. I've not tried all the coping. Sometimes some of the modded maps, they don't tend to pick up everything, but this one seems alright so far, which is good, so I definitely recommend downloading it. So I'll try a little line and then we'll move on to another map, so just shout out if there's anything, if anyone wants a park map or a city map, outdoor map, just shout out and we'll definitely sort that. Yeah, we can get on both rails now, not on. It's hard enough just doing one at the minute. Move on, can't we? Yeah. Let's get some normal maps. Do we have a look? Big map. LA. Shout out anyone in the comments, whatever map you want. Happy to skate whichever. So if you want to have a look at other maps, as I said, there's the massive list of maps on here. So I'll just shout out if there's any maps anyone wants to see. Just been sort of working through it and downloading maps on requests. So there's different maps. That's Street League map there. So for example, Street League. You can download the maps. I'm not sure how many Street League maps there are. All the Tampa maps, that sort of stuff. Last updated. So it seems quite a lot of maps coming through, which is good. Martin G maps. There. Yes, that's in England, isn't it? Yep. Facilities. It's quite a cool map actually. Like a bit of an indoor one. So let's put a bit of a map review on it. Long review. Yeah, I suppose it's a proper map then, isn't it? Yeah. So let's download that in the background. So if you're watching now, basically you can go onto Mod.io, download the map. Don't think there's any music on it, just double check. Wrong one. I don't know. Let's have a look. Extract, browse. I don't know if you can actually extract it whilst you're running it or if you have to reboot the game. Not sure. Not tried that just yet, so we'll find out in a minute. So maps. You probably got a feeling. Could be wrong to be honest, but I've got a feeling it probably needs a reboot, doesn't it, to register the map. Maybe it doesn't. That's absolutely crazy. That so you can actually. That's got a bit of a. It's a bit smaller than I was expecting. It seems to have that funny glow on it, which is not sure why some of the maps do that. Yeah, they tend to have like a bit of a mad glow on, which is a little bit frustrating sometimes. So maybe we can't skate this map. unless you want to get blinded. Maybe it's just my skater, or I've got some graphic option on, which is a little bit conflicting with some of the maps, maybe. Try and get at least, it works there, doesn't it? So we'll try and get at least one mini, saying that one mini line, and then we'll absolutely blinded now. Struggling a little bit. We'll get at least one. Sure, what's that? I don't think I can get through there. I don't know if it's just the clothes I've got modded doing it, but it tends to happen on some of the modded maps. It's a little bit of a shame because it just sort of puts people off viewing the content. On to the next map, I think. Move on to this one. It's a funny map, this. It's quite a cool map, but a little bit difficult with the stats maybe. Just got this mad rail here which you can just about see, that's glowing a little bit. Maybe I just need to turn some of this down. Obviously something. Maybe it's that. Let's try that. Maybe it's my fault all along. Okay. Just died then. Yeah, just shout out in the comments if you want any maps, or if there's any questions anyone wants to ask, just shout out. I can help. If you want to look at any of the maps, you can download some more maps, or if there's any trick requests, that sort of stuff, just shout out. Hit that a little bit bad then. Yeah, I've got no chance of that one. Okay, I'll try this again. Get a little bit of speed, that'll be alright. Okay, so it's got all this area as well. There's a little bit of a spot here, that bench rail. So whether we can skate it, we'll try it. But yeah, honestly, just in the comments, just shout out if you want any maps. If there's anything, whether it's modded ones, as I said on here. Just trying now. Maybe it skates a bit better now. I'll turn that mode off. But there's all these maps, so just shout out if there's anything. Skate park. I've got that one in the winter map. Title map. Usually trending. See what's trending. Said a lot of the time it's just the general ones. So, but yeah, just shout out. I'm going to end the stream in a minute, but I'll be back on after. I can either skate on Skater XL or Session. So, just yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I will be back on soon. So.